Earlier we had talked about this activity that a bird building nest on a tree feed upon fishes in the nearby pond. Whether this bird is a part of both, that is tree as well as pond ecosystem. So we had said that the bird visits a lake for getting fish as its food. So bird will be a part of both tree as well as the lake ecosystem. Now we have to complete this chart here. So this chart tells us about the biotic or abiotic factors, that is those which are living are biotic, that is plants, animals and microbes, whereas the abiotic include the non-living like water, soil, air, minerals, etc. And both of these play a very important role, and there is a close interaction between each another. Now plants are called as producers, we know about this, and the herbivores are directly dependent upon the producers for their food. Even the secondary and tertiary level animals, that is predators as we can call them, as lion and tiger, are even equally important because they prevent the overpopulation of herbivores. At the same time, bacterias or funguses, termites, insects, these are also equally important because they are the ones which bring about the decomposition of organic matter and return the nutrients back to the soil. On the basis of this, we need to fill up this flow chart. Ecosystem, abiotic components, biotic components. Abiotic, physical factor, chemical factors. Physical, we have air, water, vapor, mineral, soil, sunlight, and chemical factors include various types of nutrients. Nutrients are of two types, inorganic and organic. Inorganic include hydrogen, oxygen, nitrogen, calcium, iron, sodium and potassium. Whereas organic include proteins, carbohydrates and fats. Coming to the biotic components, we classify them into two categories, that is autotrophic, those which can prepare their own food, and heterotrophic, that is those which cannot prepare their own food, or they have to be dependent upon others for their food. So under autotrophic we have producers, that is plants, and heterotrophic we have animals and decomposers. So under animals we have consumers, which we have classified into three categories, that is primary consumers, secondary consumers and tertiary consumers. And decomposers are saprotrophs, which can include insects, termites, bacteria, funguses, which bring about the decomposition, degradation of dead and decaying organic matter, return the nutrients back to the environment. So this is one flow chart based on ecosystem. Here we have a very nice example to show that how the entire food chain gets affected if just one group of organism gets disturbed. If any one particular group of organisms gets disturbed, then it affects the entire food chain, is what we are going to study with this example. Paddy is cultivated on a large scale in various states of South India. Paddy fields are frequently attacked by grasshoppers. Similarly, frogs are also present in large number in the mud of paddy fields to feed upon grasshoppers. And snakes are also present therein to feed upon their favorite food, frogs. However, if frog population declines all of a sudden, what will be the effect on paddy crop? So here we have prepared a food chain out of it. Here we have the producers, grasshoppers, that is primary consumers, frogs secondary consumers, and snakes tertiary consumers. Now here they have said that the number of frog population has declined all of a sudden. So what will be the effect on the paddy crop? Now since the frog population has declined, the number of grasshoppers will increase. And if the number of grasshoppers increase, it will have an adverse effect on the paddy crop. And we find that the paddy crops get damaged. So this will be the effect of the decline in the population of frogs on the rice field. The next question, number of which consumers will decline and which will increase? So which consumers will become less in number, that is decline, and which will increase? So here the number of frogs are decreasing all of a sudden, and hence we find that the population of grasshoppers will increase, whereas that of the snakes which depend upon the frogs will decrease. So the number of grasshoppers will increase, whereas the number of snakes their population will decline. What will be the overall effect on that ecosystem? Now here in the paddy field, this is the ecosystem that is functioning. So what will be the overall effect on the entire ecosystem? So we find that the entire ecosystem will get imbalanced. There will be an imbalance in the ecosystem. The paddy field will get destroyed, the standing crops will get destroyed, the grasshoppers population will suddenly increase, whereas that of snakes will decrease. So this results in an imbalance in the entire ecosystem.